If there's ever an issue with Buy Box Cartel auto contracts, there's no reason why you can't go into the Discord and fill out this contract right here. I know we don't have great information on how to fill out the contract, so I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so let's say we're doing a sub 2 contract for this one right here. It's going to take me a total of 5 minutes. I'm going to copy and paste the address, and I'm going to throw it in right here. The formatting is going to be messed up, so I'll pause to fix the formatting. Next, it's going to ask you for the APN, and the APN is just the parcel number, and the parcel number can be found on PropStream right here. Okay, so I put in my parcel number right here from PropStream. I scroll down, and it's going to ask me what the purchase price is. Now, we're doing a subject to deal, so the purchase price is going to be the balance they owe on their mortgage, $111,000, plus our down payment of $12,000, totaling of a purchase price of $123,000. And you'll see it says approximate or exact, and that's never going to be exact. That's almost always going to be approximate. So it's important that you fill that out right there, because that number that we see on PropStream up here, well, that's not always right. Next, it's going to ask us about our earnest money deposit. I would say keep that at $1,500 or $1,000. It doesn't really matter. If you go below $1,000, it could become a little bit offensive. Note that I wrote in earnest money to be deposited after the inspection. Now it's going to ask for your first mortgage right here. So all we do is we fill in the information that we have from PropStream, $111,000. I click Command U to underline it. Now, if this were a seller finance deal, your purchase price would just be the amount you agreed upon with the seller. You wouldn't have an approximate existing first mortgage. However, you would have seller carryback financing. Your seller carryback financing is just the amount that you're making payments on. For example, if you agreed to a seller to pay $100,000 with a $10K down payment, you get a $90K seller carryback financing. You can think of it as the amount that the seller's letting us make payments on. This is a subject to deal. They're not letting us make payments on anything. We're paying the mortgage company. They're not holding any financing back for us. Unless it's a sub 2 hybrid deal where your balloon becomes the seller carryback financing. So on this one, I skipped seller carryback financing, and now it says amount to cure loan defaults. That's referring to back payments. PropStream lets us know that there are no back payments on this property. You're going to write in the closing attorney here. That closing attorney works nationwide. And then you're going to enter in the seller and agent's contact information. Set your close of escrow 30 days from the approximate date that they sign the contract. And add in your down payment right here. You can write in your agent's commission amount, the amount out of the down payment that goes to pay the agent, right here below it where this is flashing. When it comes to fill out the buyer information, you can use Grandin Taylor LLC. As long as we sign it, you'll have to send that contract to us. And then this is the address for the company, and this is the email. I usually like to have at least a 5 business day inspection period, which you can write in right here. As far as closing costs, let's pay everything for the seller. So you can put buyer, 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 buyer to pay all closing costs. Now, if there's something weird about your deal, you can just enter it in right here. You could copy and paste one of these little boxes right here and say, seller is to keep the couch, or something like that. If this is a seller finance deal, this part is really important. This is where you put your seller finance monthly payments, where it says payable in installments right there. You can enter in the amount right here. Always keep this box checked. This right here is where you outline whether or not you're doing an interest-only deal, or add in your interest rate, or doing a deal that has no interest. And you can add in your amortization right here, amortized over a period of usually 30 years. I wrote in my terms and conditions, additional terms and conditions outlining the balloon right here, and you can do the same if you'd like. And the final part is occupancy. Is there going to be anyone in the property at the close of escrow? Note that the seller carryback section, that big paragraph right here that I showed you, you don't need this for sub 2 deals. In fact, you can delete it. If you need to fill out a trust contract, a deal that's going to be put into a trust, it's okay. Use this contract and then write in the additional terms and conditions that this is just a preliminary contract that we are later going to switch to trust documents. Hope this helps.